Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our 2013 California Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Townsend Saunders. His presenter is Class of 2002 Hall of Famer, Mr. Tim Vanny. Townsend Saunders wrestled at Torrance High School, where he was a Southern Section champion and was a CIF State runner-up. He wrestled at Arizona State, where he was a two-time NC2A All-American. He continued to excel in international style wrestling for the Sunkissed Kids program, where he won National Open Championships. He won 2 gold medals in freestyle wrestling at the Pan American Games and was a silver medalist in the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, inducted into the 2013 California Wrestling Hall of Fame, Mr. Townsend Saunders.
So when I first started putting this speech together, my wife actually suggested that I just do a Bull Durham speech and say, I want to thank God, my country, and my mom, all in that order. The only problem is I still have another 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. I'm not quite sure what else to say. No, but I would want to say that I want to say Happy Mother's Day to my wife and my mom, who happens to be here tonight. So my story actually begins in Arizona. Actually, I was a troubled youth, and at the age of 16, I ran away from home and decided to live with my uncle, who happened to be here in Southern California. It was a winter morning in the year of 1984, and I remember calling my uncle up at his place of work, and he said, "Hey, Sobrino, how are things going? How are you doing there? How are things going in Arizona?" And I said, "Actually, it's funny you say that. They're not going so well. In fact, I'm here at the Greyhound bus station here in downtown Los Angeles. I'm not going back." And so after a lengthy discussion that night, my uncle and I had, he actually convinced me that I needed to stop thinking about the immediate gratification. Like, yeah, right, for a 16-year-old, But that I need to start thinking about the future. I need to start thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. And so I decided that I wanted to go to college, because I figured that my best chance at life was to actually, attain some type of formal education. And so, at that stage of my life, school was certainly not a priority, and my grades definitely reflected that. But, I thought my best chance of actually getting into a school was probably through a wrestling scholarship, because, wrestling was the only thing that I was halfway decent at. Not great, but, at least I was okay. And so that's how I ended up at Torrance High School. And I didn't know a soul in the world there, scared to say the least. All I knew was that I had a plan. And my plan didn't include a plan B. This was my last chance to my senior year to try to prove to the wrestling community that maybe this kid deserved some type of scholarship to go to school. And Coach Andy Harris, his assistant coach Mike Komodo, and the entire Torrance High wrestling community welcomed me with open arms. And so I had a fairly successful season that year. We had a successful season that year. I took second in the CIF State Championship. And, come to think of it, for somebody that wanted to get into college so bad, you would think that I would have done much better on my SATs. or better on my GPA. I should have been spending more time in the library instead of in the wrestling room, but I had it backwards. I didn't know. But fortunate for me, Tim Vanny was assistant coach at Cal State Bakersfield. He took notice, and he actually sent me a letter. And when your whole goal in life is to get, to a 4-year school, and a small Division II school in Kern County offers you a partial scholarship, you say, heck yeah! That's where I'm going. I'm going to go from being a Torrance Tartar to a Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunner in a heartbeat. I was excited about that. At Cal State Bakersfield, I met a slew of great California wrestlers. Many of which I saw in this former inductees into this Hall of Fame, like Danny Cuestas, Jesse Reyes, Lou Montano. And so I improved. my wrestling got a lot better fast after a lot of lumps that I took. But I ended up winning the Division II national title in 1987, and that tournament actually really changed my life, because for me to have come from this 2A school from Torrance High and this Division II school in Kern County, Bakersfield, California, you know, I was really proud to call myself a national champion. I was proud to be from California, and I was proud to represent the institutions that I came from. So in 1987, Tim Banney had a quest of trying to make the 1988 Olympic wrestling team, and he knew that his best chances were to train with a fellow Californian by the name of Joe Gonzalez, who happened to be at Arizona State. And so when he decided to leave, he said, "Hey, I'm going to Arizona. Townsend, I know you're from there. If you want to come, you know, you're welcome to join me." And I said, "Yes, I'm following you." And so I had a successful season out there at Arizona State, 2 years. I became a two-time All-American. After that, as you heard from my bio, I won the the U.S. Open twice and became a two-time Olympian, two-time Pan American Games gold medalist, all that stuff. But, you know, a wise person told me once, and by wise I mean my wife Patricia. Happy wife is a happy life, right? And she is very wise. And she actually said to me, you know, a true measure of a person is not how much they accomplish or how far they go, but how often they reach back to help others along the way. And while this is a tremendous honor to be inducted into this California Hall of Fame with such tremendous other inductees, you know, I know none of it would have been possible had it not been for all the people that helped me along my journey. Thank you very much.